Hello YouTube, this is Tom Snow 737 bringing you a bit of a different video, as you can probably already tell with the way the camera's facing. I'm going to get straight to the point really. It's not going to be a good video. If you're not on Instagram, if you don't follow me, or if I don't follow you, it's probably not going to concern you, but if you're curious to know what this video is about, then by all means, continue to listen. But like I say, if you don't have to watch this or listen to it if you don't wish to. Even if you have Instagram, you don't have to, but it probably might concern you more. Really, it's not just me as well. People I speak to on social networking sites and whatever, really, sort of come together and, highlighted a few things that needs to be pointed out. I highlight the bit, it needs to, because otherwise it's just going to keep going on and no one's going to say anything. And really that sort of ties in with what I'm going to go through. So I've got five sort of topics in sort of to go through. Not sure how long the video is going to be, but I'll try and do it as quickly as possible, and not go too much into it. So first things first is general immaturity. I personally think there's quite a few people that are quite immature on on Instagram. Not so much YouTube, but I think there may be a few that can get a bit upset over the littlest of things. Like, I would never ever, if someone posted a model airport or anything that they've done themselves, like took a photo of like a real world aircraft or anything, I'd never say directly to them it's shit or it's crap or anything like that, because that really is negativity. That is true negativity. And just saying that's not helping them improve or anything like that. If you're going to say, this ties in with the second point as well. Like, people can't take constructive criticism. There's a point, like I say, there's a point as to how far negativity goes. Because if you are negative to someone all the time, you are going to go, they're going to think, you've got something against that person directly. Which, it can happen. I can understand, why someone might do that. But when they're pointing out something that is trying to help them improve the next time they do that thing they've done, then that's when it becomes constructive, because you're helping them. You might not always seem it, but I just think, like I say, younger people, they don't realise, and really this is coming from my own experience when I was younger. When I was first starting out collecting, when I was like posting my first ever model airport, I'll be honest, it was dreadful. It was, compared to what I make now, what I produce in terms of model airports, my first ever one was absolutely crap. I didn't actually have, well, my first proper model airport, I'd say, personally for me, would be when I had 1/400 scale aircraft. Before that, I just used like Shabak 1600 and like Matchbox Skybusters aircraft. I think several people have used them in their lifetime. When they were younger. Some people still do, but for some people, times change and we sort of move on to bigger and better things. So yeah, my first, like I say, it was rubbish compared to what I do now. And back in the day, people didn't say it was crap or anything, but which is my point. But that they sort of said things that I didn't like, but they were saying it to help me improve, to make it a little bit better. You know what I mean? And that's the thing with young people, that they don't accept anything negative. They say, like, you say something negative, then they say, look, if you're gonna say something constructive. And most of the time, like myself and other people that I speak to, we do give constructive criticism. Some people just can't take it, and I just wanted to point that out there, that you need to. I know when you're young, you feel like everyone's going against you and everything's like that, because they're older than you and whatever. But once you become sort of more mature, like adult, maybe around, in fact, probably once you leave school, or once you get to maybe year 10, 11, that's when you start to realise, right, it's the real world, really. You sort of come out your shell quite a lot, and you sort of realise what the world is really about. Certainly, most probably when you leave school, but possibly when you're up in year 10 as well. If you're over in the States, year 10, 11 is like the higher years, or, well, not just the States, but like around the world outside the UK. For those of you who don't know, year 10, 11 in the UK is like the highest of high school, if you know what I mean, where you do your GCSEs and stuff, and get your grades. So yeah, that's one thing I want to point out. I just want to sort of tell the younger viewers, younger followers, subscribers, whatever. Just take it. If you're not happy with what they have said, just don't reply. Just ignore it. But again, which sort of leads on to another thing, which I'll get back to in a moment. So again, in fact, we'll cover that now, actually. So yeah, general constructive criticism, again, ties in with when people ask for advice, which is something that happened yesterday on Instagram. This guy, I think he has YouTube, and if he does watch this, then so be it. You know what I mean? It's up to him what he wants to do. And I'm not going on about it. I'm just highlighting one of the points that I'm trying to make. He asked for advice on creating a model airport. I commented, gave him a few tips on how I make my model airports. He deleted the post without even acknowledging straight away to say, thank you for your advice to me. To at least acknowledge that he's read it and he's taken it on board. And then the next minute he's posted this other photo of model airport with using print out foils, or like paper printouts. I haven't got a problem with that, but the fact is I still to this moment in time do not know what sort of advice he wanted from me. He must know that I don't deal with paper and stuff like that for my ground, for my ground on my model airport. So I'd have seriously no idea what he wanted. The layout itself, I'm going to be honest, the layout itself, obviously using printouts, it's hard to sort of do things, make taxiways like diagonal, and most of the time when people do airports like that using printouts, they are quite parallel. Everything's straight, everything's, parallel with everything, it can get a little bit boring, but I mean, his layout doesn't look too bad, I'll be honest. It's not, he's obviously got his own idea, but like I say, the main point is that I'm going to ask you guys, if anyone can answer this, but what advice can I give to someone other than the layout, which he didn't want, because he didn't ask me. He didn't say, "Oh yeah, do you mind helping me with the actual layout itself," or anything like that. So yeah, that's one thing. Which also sort of leads to Instagram mostly. When people ask, if you're going to follow them, they'll follow you, or vice versa. You know what I mean? I only follow people that with the content that I know I'm going to enjoy looking at. I'm not going to subscribe to someone on YouTube or follow someone on Instagram with content they've uploaded that really isn't of interest, or if they've got the majority of something else compared to what I am actually into. you know, and as well, like on Instagram, like if I see a picture of an aircraft, I don't like it, which is another thing I want to touch up on as well. A lot of people seem to like content just for the sake of it. Now, forgive me, you know, please do forgive me if I've got that wrong, because I know not everyone does that. Some people genuinely do like the content, but sometimes maybe it's just my mind, the way it works, but I just feel like people like a photo or, content that you've uploaded for them to view, and they've liked it because they feel they need to, or because it is like part of their interest. For instance, if I see a picture of an Air China 777 on Instagram, I'm like, unless the picture is of high quality or the setting is wonderful, I'm not gonna like it just because it's an aircraft. You know what I mean? If it was a Thompson 737, then I probably would. I probably would like it because that's like my main interest. You know what I mean? And just because it's an aircraft, it doesn't mean I have to like it. So that's another point. You know, people just seem to sort of seem quite desperate for likes and followers and stuff like that sometimes. I just take them as they come. You know what I mean? If I get more subscribers, I get more subscribers. And of course, I thank them for it. And each video I do say, you know, if there's any new people here that want to subscribe, then by all means do, then let them. You know what I mean? If they want to enjoy my content, then so be it. Another thing I want to point on is, in fact, we've done that. Again, competitions sort of ties in with possibly people trying to get more likes and subscribers and followers. It's a sort of good way to, if you do want to get more followers and likes and whatever, fair enough. But competitions, if you're going to do a competition, please do it properly. There's been several competitions that I've entered in my lifetime through YouTube and most recently Instagram. One guy this is another question for you guys if you answer it. How can someone base their opinion from 300 entries into a competition down to just 8 based on their honest opinion? Because those 8 people could be their best friends. You know what I mean? You don't know. Like, I don't know. I didn't know the guy. I entered the competition. You could enter as many pictures as you wanted. And he said like model photos, model airport photos, and real world aviation as well. And I don't know if flight sim was involved as well. I can't remember. But yeah, all of them were real world aviation. So number one, that's a bit fishy. How there's not a single model photo picked. Now you might be thinking, well, if I was picked, it might have been the other way around. I probably won't be saying this, but in a way, in the back of my mind, I'd be thinking, well, you know what I mean? He's just picked 8 people from 300 plus just with his own opinion. That as a competition, I don't think that's fair at all. That's one that was on Instagram or through Instagram. And then another one ages ago, another guy on YouTube did a competition and we submitted our entries, and then this other guy came and said, you know, he basically changed the rules for this guy that had come in. So if you're going to do a competition, stick with the rules, but make it fair as well. Don't just base it on your own opinion, on the host, you know, the competition host's opinion, because I just don't think that's fair at all. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to enter any more competitions, because if it's going to be like that, it really is just pointless. Another thing I want to touch upon is on forums and stuff. This doesn't really relate to many people really on YouTube or Instagram, but that I'm associated with in terms of following, or they follow me. But basically, you know, if someone creates a thread, unless you're sort of trying to show them how to do something or give them a tip or something, just don't post your content like your content's better than theirs, because it's just, you know what I mean, it just doesn't work. Like, if you're gonna post your content, post it on your own thread, but if you're gonna post, which sometimes some people do, but they'll still end up posting it on someone else's thread instead. Um, you know, if it's like, oh, you should give it a go doing this way, I wouldn't do that. But if you are gonna do it, you know what I mean, do it so that it helps them in a way. To be honest, I think that's about it. To be honest, if you have any questions, if you have any questions, then just ask them. If you think this video is aimed at you, or you know it's aimed at you, because I know probably there might be one or two people that really sort of in the back of the mind are thinking, yeah, that's about me. Then ask me. I'll be honest with you. I just really want to lay down sort of the law, and really just let my thoughts and feelings out. You know, like I say, I just think so. Like I say, it's generally the younger generation. Currently, younger people, you know, people younger than me, younger than probably about 16, probably around about, I'd say from about 10 to 15 or something years old. So, like I say, if you're older than that, then you shouldn't really worry too much. But yeah, there's just a few points I want to highlight. Another question I've had, which I may as well throw in, when's the next update going to be? That's going to be coming up straight after this video once I upload it, and then I'll do the update, and I'll talk a bit more about another thing in that update as well. Like I say, thanks for watching. If this video has offended you, then once again, you obviously can't take criticism. You know, you can't take anything negative, and basically, you just need to just, I don't know, mature a little bit. To be honest, you know, I can't. I don't think personally. I don't think I've said anything too bad. I might have been a bit, you know, maybe not enough. I might not have said enough, but like I say, thanks for watching. Like I say, if you've got any questions or anything, like I say, just to go through the points again, immaturity, negativity / constructive criticism, like competitions and stuff, you know, entries, do them properly. General likes, followers, you know, don't be sort of desperate for them. Just let them come, you know what I mean? They'll soon come, they'll soon build up. And then obviously the fifth one, like posting your content on other people's threads or whatever. So like I say, if you've got any questions, sorry about this guys, but this video really is a bit, in a way it is a bit of a rant video. You know, I'm just genuinely getting a bit wound up with people. You know, and like I say, going back to yesterday on the post, the guy was making out that I assume it was aimed at me, that we were arguing. I wasn't arguing. I was just laying down the fact that he asked for advice. I posted my tips. He didn't even respond to acknowledge and say thank you until later on, until we started discussing it a bit further. And then, like I say, at that point, that's when he said, you know, stop arguing. Anyway, and then I said, what advice did you actually want? And he still hasn't replied. So, seriously, I'm in a lost world at the minute. No idea what advice he wanted from me. Because I did comment, I said, you know, do you want tips on how to build a model airport? I gave him a bit of advice, tips, whatever. And got sod all back, so, yeah. So obviously, yeah, I'm a little bit wound up about that, and to be honest, some people going back on, yeah, I mean, going back on the word as well. They make out they're going to do one thing and they don't, or they make out they have done something when they haven't. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just, you know, like I say, take what you want from this video, guys. I really don't hope. I hope it doesn't affect, you know, anyone sort of unfollowing me, but if they do, then just let them. I'm seriously not bothered. You know, I just thought I'd put my views across, my honest opinions and whatever. This video is going on a bit too long now, coming up to 20 minutes. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next update, which will be up soon. Bye.